It's a very special look on the faces of players when they're walking on the ground. Just the actual intensity of the game.
Most people watching around the world, Collingwood the best supported club in the AFL competition. It will be decided this afternoon, one way or another. No impasse here, but lots of passion. Welcome back to the MCG, and a good one to start proceedings, tapped down by Jolly as he did last week. Scramble inside the centre circle. Schneider against the flow, gets a hand pass down towards half forward. Well done by Lee Brown. Came in strongly. Kicks it towards half forward. Dawes brilliantly. Pendlebury to the square. Mark is taken by Cloak. 5 metres out. Have they beaten last week's time? They got the first goal in 24.
Jackson has got there. James has got the free kick.
Somebody just ripped up the script.
Jack, are we ready?
So, I think that's fair to say. Goal went begging.
Yeah, no doubt.
Onto the loose ball, goes towards the outer side. The bounce favours side bottom. It got away from him, but inadvertently that helped. He kicks down towards the attacking 50. Dawes brilliant, knocked it to Cloak. Cloak the long ball. Season just on the ground. 5 career goals. And this will test it to kick the first goal in the grand final. Not too many. Probably not even him. Goal set, kicks it. O'Brien, barely the 15 goal sack, playing on the forward line at the moment. That's a good kick. Beams has got it just inside the 50. Johnson is on. Johnson's got it. Too slow. Huge kick this one. Ben Johnson runs to the 50. It's beautiful off the boots. How sweet it is. Got men back. Rebold in the middle. Calling for the football. Schneider. Will he give it to Rebold? He will. Rebold runs in. Touched up the boots. Oh my goodness.
Can you believe that?
Wonderful chase by Heath Shaw. He came up behind him like a librarian. He never heard him. No surprise, everybody else in the library is shouting. He's got the...
Goddard, a lot of football. Not a great kick, and Graham did well. Well, unfortunately and unluckily, I think, didn't get it paid. Side bottom banging. Thomas, not quite. Might get a second crack. McCaffrey kicks the goal. They've kicked the first 3.
Shot, isn't it, really? Didak is just flowing forward. They had the 2-on-1. As long as the ball bounced nicely, which it did, and an easy goal. But
comes back, Pete's got it.
Has to make a decision now. Does he go the long kick? He had Montagna short. He went the wrong way here. And the bouncing ball. Jolly's onto it. Still Jolly. Well, this is costly. McCaffrey kicks his second.
have a look at this ball that bounced in front of the ruckman. The oval ball over his head. Couldn't lay the tackle. Now it's an easy goal to Collingwood. The defensive mistakes.
Both from the goal square. That's how it's being played. Jolly decisively. Pendlebury swings it down towards half forward. Side bottom. Lets it bounce. Runs onto it. Thomas is on. Uses him as a decoy. Comes back to the middle. And Jolly! That was a terrific mark. The big guy had to change direction. Went back and found the footy. And it stuck with him.
Pendlebury was the one who got it out, but Darren Jolly knows his way around the forward 50. McAvoy has to be aware of that. Pretty important couple of minutes.
Remember the second half last week when Kosicki was rucking, Jolly was chasing him.
Yep.
But right at the moment, McAvoy is just getting into defence, and Jolly plays that well.
What an acquisition he's been. Melbourne to the Swans to Collingwood. This one is working back. It's beautiful.
He's Collingwood's only premiership player out there, having played for the Swans in his first kick.
Pendlebury, Dawes from behind, hit the pad hard. Hayes looking to find a way through into Dawson. Hacked out of midair. Dawes! Oh, that is Dawson!
The number of Collingwood jumpers, they just, I mean, it was just a hat kick out of the air, as we know, but there's so many Collingwood jumpers. Every time a St Kilda defender gets the ball in his back 50, there was a Collingwood player.
Hayes, third man up. Willingham roves it and kicks the goal.
You just watch here, Jared Wellingham just able to stand off the contest and hit it at speed. The St Kilda players look like they want to be stagnant around the stoppage. Collingwood allowed to run through with leg speed and break it open, and that's the key to the game for the second half.
So O'Brien gallops away from Peake and then delivers to full forward. Swan waiting, Wellingham from the side. Swan's going to kick a goal. They're home, you would think. I know it's a long way to go, but they're killing them now.
It's been a fantastic move to get Swan towards Goddard. I mean, Goddard's still been good, but all of a sudden Swan's now starting to find his way into the game after a slow first half.
Approaching midway in this third term. Even the goals aren't convincing. It came about because of a blue. When I say the goals aren't convincing for the Saints. Kick forward towards half forward there by side bottom. Opportunity for Didac. Smothers the ball, runs onto it, hooks. It's bending back.
Yes.
Oh, Blake kicked it into Didac. That was wonderful by the number 4. Didac across the boot, but that wasn't enough. Wetton found his own ball and snapped with the right foot.
It's not a tackle here, it's a smother by Alan Didac, but the turning point of the game, although you'd assume Collingwood had the ascendancy at half-time, they're actually 8-0 and forward 50.
Dawson and Dawes. And the big D wins out. Back inside to Pendlebury. Side bottoms on.
What about that passage of play with Dawson? Dawson, I think it was. Dawson just looked deflated, didn't go at the ball full guts. They're actually 3-on-1 at the time. We just see the turnover here by Dale Thomas. He's playing a hell of a game again.
Talk about players elevating their reputations in the big game. Dale Thomas, last week and this week, he's been magnificent.
If you had a combined Norm Smith, the two matches manager out there, Murray Wiedemann, one of the 3 living captains, is the youngest ever premiership player at 17 in 1953, and Sidebottom kicks another one, and Collingwood get past 10 goals today.
What a fine young player he is.
Turnover to be back.
O'Brien was running outside. He goes to the pocket and Dawes has got it. It's a good kick.
And to follow on, just the pinpoint pass along the boundary to Dawes.
Reid at the other end's been very good. We know that Wellingham and McCaffer and Sidebottom and Beams have continued to emerge. Tuvi's a better player, but this guy's been a very important part of all of it. Oh, how sweet it is. And he is very much like his surname, isn't he, Heath? He's...
Oh, look at the Collingwood prove it.
So ball forward.
Towards the pocket. Interesting. 2 Saints spill over. Dawes hand passes to the goal square. Thomas turns around and pops it through on the bounce. Was flattened anyway. Doesn't matter. Goal to stand.
He was 2 in the same draft that Pendlebury was 5.
Oh, good draft. What a good kick.
The Collingwood crowd's now cheering, and it's a 50-metre penalty. It'll take it to within Harry O'Brien's range as well, but the Collingwood crowd's just cheering every mark now.
He has had a good final series, Harry.
He's had a great day.
He can kick a long-running goal, we know that. He's 50 out. It's a beautiful kick. He's jumped out of the thinking chair, right?
Taken on the outer side, Shaw. Who might have tell you, Tom? There's Shaw, 55 metres out short, one Wellingham. Wellingham is through, runs into an open goal and kicks it.
Nothing tough about that.
Well, what we're seeing now is the best of the best team this season.
Yeah. Actually, we spoke about Collingwood's inaccuracy. There's been 4 rushed behind for Collingwood, so they've kicked 15 goals.
Ball inside the centre square, fires a pass. Almost an involuntary mark there to Wellingham. Turns around, goes long, side bottom. Anything the Saints can muster at one end, Collingwood doing better at the other. Runs around, and that is the cream. They're home, well and truly, but they may not be home later tonight. I'm suggesting the early hours of tomorrow morning.
So Collingwood win by their greatest ever margin in a grand final. It doesn't get better than that.
We just kicked you around the right way here. It's a hard way to do it, 8 quarters of footy.
Oh. Well, we said it was half time. We had a good last half. And the boys were just terrific. Absolutely terrific. All year and years before that. So
they're a special group of young men, aren't they?
Oh, well, they win a premiership. I take out the Saints, you know, they're no less special. But it was our day and we won. So fantastic.
Nick, you haven't been in this situation since 1994. That's a long time ago. Does this one feel like it did back there in 1994?
Oh, wrong time to be answering that, really. Wrong time to be asking, wrong time to be answering it. It's just been, well, I just, you know, West Coast, but I just don't have to, I just think there's so many things here for the great Collingwood army that have put up with a hell of a lot, and I just think it's fantastic for them, fantastic for the players, everyone that worked at the football club, and, oh well, it's a great relief.
Thanks, mate.
Josh Fraser there, 200 games for the club. Down to you, Richard.
Yeah, Nick, how does this feel, mate? You are the premiership captain. Hey, good grand final replays. You like them now? Mate, St Kilda surrendered us last week, and there's a lot of things we did well, but a lot of things we did poorly, and it all just fit today, mate. And it's been unbelievable where these boys have come from. Guys like Jared Blair, who wasn't even in our top 40 players before that round 10 when he got his go. So there's so many individual stories, and also heartbreaking for Presty and Oves and Fraze and Madge, who have driven this club for so many years, and Tuck and Lockyer. Those guys are the ones who have been an inspiration. They're the ones who taught us how to play footy, and the heart goes out to those guys, but we're still a part of it.
As you said, mate, it's a real team effort. That's what it's been all year for Collingwood. It's been total team. Everyone just played their role. You did it again today.
And our whole week, the whole theme was know your role, play your role. I think a few guys got caught up and trying to do too much last week, but this week they did it, mate.
Get over to them, mate.